Jerry Jeudy has just recently been traded to the Cleveland Browns for a bag of potato chips. And honestly, I'm not really surprised. It's the Broncos. It's just normal for the Broncos to make horrible trades. And they did another one here, a 5 and a 6 for a former first-round pick. His contract isn't even up. You could have at least let his contract run out. Oh, well, we want to get value out of him. Getting a 5 and a 6 for a receiver that you picked in the first round, by the way, the same receiver that you picked over CeeDee Lamb, crazy. Stupid move by them, but also, I don't know if it's necessarily a smart move by the Browns either to do this, because the Browns have no cap room. He only has 2 years left on his contract, and after those 2 years are up, we're kind of screwed. Like, I can't really do anything about his contract because Deshaun Watson over here loves to not only touch women, but he loves to take all the money as well. He's a D1 class act here, and I don't have an out on his contract till 2026. So I can't do anything about our QB situation. I'm just going to have to thug it out. Deshaun Watson, hopefully he develops in Madden. He's not going to do it in real life. Browns screwed themselves. And yeah, I'm going to have to try my best to fix this team with the new addition of Jerry Jeudy. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get 50 likes on this video. You guys have been doing amazing with these rebuilds. But for the overlook of the team, the partner in crime with Ben Roethlisberger, Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Amari Cooper, of course, the new addition, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. Amazing offensive line, which I'm going to end up losing because right now the Browns are negative $40 million in cap room because of Deshaun Watson. Defensively, I'm going to lose a lot of this too, but Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Zadarius Smith, I think was not the best trade for them last year. Yes, he's a good player, but you can't do it with your cap room. And then JOK, Juan Thornhill, stuff like that. And they got Joe Flacco on here. No, he's done. I think he might have retired in this simulation, but it's whatever. Let's see what we have for the re-signings. For the re-signings, Greg Newsome, thankfully, he's on a 5th-year option. I'm going to accept that. Kareem Hunt, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose Taki. Anthony Walker, Harrison Bryant. Honestly, not horrible losses here, but we are negative 38 million in cap room. So, of course, that's going to be a problem later down the line. I'm probably going to end up losing JOK, which is a big problem, of course, for the team. But anyways, of course, I'm going to skip out on free agency and just get to the draft. In the first round, well, actually in the second round, the Browns don't have a first-round pick. I'm picking up defensive tackle Michael Hall Jr. out of Ohio State. Normal dev, of course. He has A's across the board. If this was not an auto-generated, well, if this was an auto-generated class, this would definitely be at least hidden dev. But some other people make these classes for realistic purposes. But Michael Hall is going to be our first second-round pick. I'm probably going to trade out of all my other picks. And in the 6th round, I'm picking up a punter because we lost Corey Bojorquez, and I don't have the cap room to sign one. Hidden dev, 98 kicking power, 6'4"? Homie's playing the wrong position. My God. Troy Taylor out of Iowa. Now, this is the team moving into 2024 with Jerry Jeudy here. I believe it's 2 more years left on his contract. He's already been in the league for 4 years, so I don't know how that works. Did he already get a contract from the Broncos that I'm not aware of? I guess not. Anyways, the offense looks good until I have to pay them. Defensively, this is what we got going on here. I guess the AI picked up some guy. This guy looks like a defensive tackle. He's, okay, his face, I guess, looks like a defensive tackle. Either way. What does Michael Hall's overall look like? 72, not bad. Specialist, special teams. My punter, 80 overall punter. My God. Balling out here. Specialist, overall, doesn't look horrible. Oh, yeah. Actually looks really good with the X factors. But I'm going to end up losing half of these players just because of Deshaun Watson's contract. Anyways, it's a rebuild. That's the point. I got to try my best here and pray to God that Deshaun Watson actually develops. Let's move into the midseason. 5-2, top of the division. Thank God. Weekly awards, coming off a huge win against the Steelers here. Nick Chubb carrying the team. 3 rushing touchdowns, 145 yards. Casually just beating up on the Steelers defense. And crazy game for him. Scouting national focus. What does the team need other than Deshaun Watson to develop? Which I'll never get over. And I guess I'll go middle linebacker here, even though cornerback, and that's actually a weakness of the class. So I'll go DB here because I know I'm going to lose a lot of my DBs. Players ready to negotiate. Nick Chubb is here. I have negative 24 million. I wish I could just cut Deshaun Watson and not have to face a cap penalty. Yeah, I'm losing everyone. Nick Chubb, JOK, Amari Cooper, Jedrick Wills, Zadarius Smith. If I can just put more cap debt just to keep Nick Chubb and lose everyone else, I would be fine with that. But I can't. Literally, I have no other, I can't do anything. I would just accrue more negative cap, dead cap room that I'd have to pay off in the future. So we're just screwed. Let's get to the playoffs. 12-5, top of the division. This is probably the best this team will do in this rebuild. Here to face the Bengals. Probably going to get eliminated round 1 because Joe Shiesty is going to take us down. Deshaun Watson. I was really hoping it would be better than that. 8th best offense because Nick Chubb, top 10 defense. And then, yeah, just, it's not like a horrible season, but like, yeah. Yeah. Nick Chubb, baller though. 16 touchdowns, 5.9 per carry, 1,600 yards. Can I trade Deshaun Watson for Nick Chubb? Like, give Nick Chubb the $64 million a year. Like, that'd be way better in my opinion. Amari Cooper, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Elijah Moore, 7 touchdowns, 900 yards. Jerry Jeudy, putting up Jerry Jeudy typical numbers. Defensively, JOK, 107 tackles. Tackles for a loss, 17 for Myles Garrett. Sacks, 30 for Myles Garrett. Damn. Zadarius Smith taking 15. As well. Like, a really good season from Zadarius Smith, but like, damn. Bro broke the record so casually. Interceptions, 2 for Denzel Ward. Safeties, 1 for Dalvin Tomlinson. Defensive touchdowns, 0. But let's see what we have against the Cincinnati Bengals. Please put up 30 sacks in a game against Joe Burrow and that garbage offensive line, Myles Garrett. Save us, Myles Garrett, from Joey B. He does. 28-24. We're not going to make it past the Chiefs. They're a 90 overall team. Don't want to do any cuts or edits here. Want to make sure it's legit. We lost. 28-20, as expected. Let's see what we have for the offseason. Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. That seems how every simulation seems to turn out, or the Cowboys will win every once in a while, even though they don't do it in real life. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott, league MVP. Sure, bud. Jonathan Taylor, Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett should have won league MVP. 30 sacks? Are you kidding me? That should have won league MVP. Rome Odunze on the Dolphins? Rookie of the Year? Leatu is how you pronounce it. I always mispronounce it. Leatu on the Ravens. I'm a Ravens fan. I should be prepared for this scenario. Anyways, let's see what we have for our retirements. In the AFC North, Morgan Moses retires. For the team upgrades, by upgrades I mean we're losing Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, basically our entire offensive line later on in the rebuild whenever we can't afford to pay them. Hickman has star dev. I don't know who that is. Martin Emerson gets superstar dev. Myles Garrett should honestly get beyond an X factor after that season. He should have his own development trait. Team, it's going to be gone, falling apart completely. 88 overall though. Let's see what we have for our re-signings. Negative 31 million. We're losing Nick Chubb, losing JOK, losing Amari Cooper, losing Jedrick Wills, losing Zadarius Smith after having 15 sacks. Like, I mean, at least I got to keep Myles Garrett. Losing Nick Chubb is definitely the biggest blow here after the amazing season he just had. And I can't do anything about it. I can't tag or try any workaround. It's frustrating. Let's just see what we have in the offseason. Well, actually, not in the offseason, in the draft. I can't even participate in free agency, of course. In the first round, I'm taking Raphael Robbins out of Ole Miss. 6'4", 217, hidden dev. Another physical guy to replace Amari Cooper. Definitely going to need to take a running back next. But A catch in traffic, A spec catch, B stiff arm. He had good athleticism as well. And in the third round, I'm picking up middle linebacker John Kyle out of Virginia. 6 foot, 234, hidden dev. Great athleticism, A's and B's across the board. Now, this is the team moving on to the next season. Robbins, I'm going to keep him at the 2. Hopefully he can play in the slot as well. I'm going to put him in the slot as well just because you get more targets in the slot. John Kyle is a 75 overall. That's a great third-round pick. And, yeah, team's just regressing. I don't know how else to put it. Greg Newsome's contract is up as well, so I'm going to have to deal with that. Can I cut Juan Thornhill? Because even though I like him, I'm just going to take on more dead cap. How much contracts do you guarantee, Brown? Stop guaranteeing shit. It makes it so frustrating to do these rebuilds. Specialist, Kyle's going to be starting. And yeah, I got this guy Van Buren in the second round. He's going to start all the reps here. Onkarokwo, that's fine. Defensively, Onkarokwo is starting out there. And then we're going to put Van Buren at the starter. Hopefully he can get star dev for Rookie of the Year. Or Robbins, that'd be pretty cool too. Anyways, let's move into the midseason. Let's go. Without Nick Chubb, we go from 5-2 at the midseason mark to 2-4. Go team. Steelers being 6-1 is actually laughable. Hopefully Kenny Pickett's not their quarterback because he definitely wouldn't lead them anywhere like he was not leading them in real life. They're actually considering signing Russell Wilson to replace Kenny Pickett, and Steelers fans will defend Kenny Pickett with their life. Cool storyline coming from Pitt. Coming from Pitt and then going to Pittsburgh. Cool storyline, but past that, he sucks. But for the scouting national focus, I guess, do I go back to DB? I'm going to go to defensive tackle here. It's just waiting for these contracts to finish out. I'm going to go defensive tackle here. We finally have money, 74 million. It would have been nice if this money could have rolled over to the previous year and I could have got to keep Nick Chubb. That would have been like really convenient, but I guess it's not that way. David Njoku, Wyatt Teller. I'm going to have to sacrifice some people here. Hickman's pretty cool. Thornhill. Hickman's going to be pretty, yeah, this is going to be dirt cheap. I need this for my future. I'll just pay him a little extra, even if it's still dirt cheap. So that means I'm going to let go Juan Thornhill, Jerome Ford. Joel Bitonio just doesn't want to be here. Yeah, still got to work around the cap, but this would have been really convenient to have this in the previous year. But Martin Emerson, he has superstar dev. He's young. I want him on the team. He doesn't want to be here. Greg Newsome actually wants to be here, though, so I'm going to take advantage of this while I can. 5-year deal. He's back. Jerry Jeudy, he's part of the rebuild. He hasn't been putting up numbers. I really don't want to pay him this, but this is the entire point of the rebuild. 4-year deal for Jerry Jeudy. He resigns. Njoku, I kind of want back. He's 29. I'd rather have Wyatt Teller, if I'm being honest. I would rather just have Wyatt Teller and just pay him player-friendly deal. He resigns. Martin Emerson and Njoku. I want Njoku back. I don't want to pay him $15 million. I don't want to pay him that. I might just trade him. He's a 90. I'm going to trade him. I know it seems crazy, but I need a running back. I'm trading him for a running back. I need a running back, and I have negative $14 million, so I can't even trade him. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. I can't even trade him. I just don't want to I don't want to overpay for him because I want to trade for a running back in the future. It's so important for Madden simulation, even though it shouldn't be because the Chiefs don't even have one and they're crazy. But I want Emerson back. I want to trade Njoku, but I can't. And Njoku, yeah, I'm fine with this here. Let's just Joel Bitonio. What does he want? I'm not changing my scheme, and he wants to move out of Ohio, which makes sense. Anyways, let's see what we have for the playoffs. 6-11, missed the playoffs, bottom of the division. What a surprise. Stats and awards, let's see what we have here. Watson, not horrible, I guess, but it's whatever. 19th best offense, 22nd best defense, 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, dude. Come on, 90 passer rating. And Von Buren, 14 touchdowns is nice. 3.3 average blows, but he's a rookie. Raphael Robbins, 13 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Amazing. Jerry Jeudy had a good season, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Njoku, like, am I really going to pay you $15 million a year to put up 600 yards? Like, be equivalent to David Bell? No, I'm not doing that. And defensively, John Kyle, rookie year, 115 tackles for a loss, 21 for Myles Garrett, sacks, 16 for Myles Garrett, 8 for Michael Hall, nice, 2.5, I was about to say 20.5, 2.5 for Obo Onkorokwo, interceptions, 1 for John, really 4 in total, 1 for John Kyle though. Safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. Let's see what we have in the offseason. And the Falcons beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. CJ Mosley wins the Super Bowl MVP. Caleb Williams on the Steelers. How? All right. He wins the NFL MVP. And for the Browns, Raphael Robbins wins Rookie of the Year, and John Kyle wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's actually really helpful for the team. In the AFC North, Garrett Bowles on the Steelers and Fletcher Cox on the Bengals both retire. For the team upgrades, Robbins goes to Superstar, so I'm assuming he already had Star Dev. Surprised Jerry Jeudy didn't get up to Superstar with 1,200 yards, but he only had 6 touchdowns. Van Buren doesn't go up, which kind of blows. Defensively, Kyle gets Superstar Dev, so he already had Star to start with. And team's regressing, but overall, the rookies look nice, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a complete rebuild within 4 years with what we have and Deshaun Watson's play as it is right now. 9.7 million left. I don't know where the 20 million magically went, but David Njoku's not coming back. And, oh, Joel Bitonio wants to be here now. I'll be in negative cap room to have him. Martin Emerson, how much did you cost? Really not that bad. I'll do this, increase his bonus. I want him to stay here. And he re-signs with the team, but I only have 80K. We're losing Njoku, Juan Thornhill, Jerome Ford, David Bell, Joel Bitonio, and a bunch of extras. In the first round, I'm picking up right end Zach Bynes out of Alabama. Speed rusher, 6'1", 250, hidden dev. He's going to be replacing Obo Onkorokwo. B's across the board, very athletic at pick number 9. In the third round, I'm picking up a new left guard to replace Joel Bitonio, 6'2", 319, hidden dev, 92 strength as a rookie is really good. A's and B's across the board. He looks amazing. And with another third round pick, I'm picking up center Adrian Cohen out of Texas, 6'1", 314, hidden dev, 87 strength, very athletic with his acceleration. A's across the board. He's going to be another fill-in player. Now, this is the team moving into the third season. Conklin's still a right tackle, but he's playing left. Dominic Lovett, Robbins. Robbins is still going to play in the slot because he balled out last year in the slot. Is Dominic Lovett in the slot? Actually, I'll just keep Lovett in the slot now that I think about it. Bynes could be rush right end for us as well. Hall is going to be there. Burren, I'm going to try to rotate Burren in, but not really the best. Defensively, Bynes is 73 overall. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Flowers. More DBs that I don't need right now. And I mainly need some outside linebackers. Class has been pretty weak, but 80 overall team. If I can trade for a running back at the midseason, I would love to do that. I picked this guy up in the second round, but if I could trade for running back, I'll do that. But let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-4, third in the division. It's a very highly contested division. Scouting national focus. I got my offensive lineman situation kind of figured out now. I just need to trade for a running back, of course, as I've always mentioned. I need outside linebackers. I got a defensive end. Maybe more defensive tackle depth would be nice as well. For the players ready to negotiate, Myles Garrett, guaranteed must have. We'll just overpay. $45 million? Damn. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but can I get this down just a little bit? He wants more money. I'm going to have to give it to him. It's Myles Garrett. Grant Delpit, I do want back 4 years. He wants more money. This is a problem. Watson, he wants to be in the Super Bowl chase. You're the reason why we're not in a Super Bowl chase. You are the reason, Deshaun. Oh my god. Oh my. He wants a big market. Shut up, dude. Oh, I want to be in a Super Bowl chase. It's you. You're the problem. What else do you want? I'm finally out of this cap hell, but I'm in year number 3. I can't develop a quarterback. I'm going to have to trade my life away again for another QB or pray to God there's one in free agency. I'm re-signing Myles Garrett and Grant Delpit. Screw you, Deshaun. You've done nothing but being problems for me. Let's see what we have in the playoffs. 5-12, bottom of the division. Thankfully, this is actually a good position for us because now I can trade my life away for a different, better QB than Deshaun Watson. He's just such trash, dude. 29th best offense, 16th best defense. It's just 21 touchdowns to 19 interceptions. Wow, stellar season, Deshaun. 15 touchdowns for Khalil Van Buren. Jerry Jeudy, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Dominic Levitt playing the slot, so he's getting more receptions than Raphael now. It's Deshaun blows. Defensively, John Kyle with 137 tackles for a loss, 24 for Myles Garrett, sacks. Only 12 this year for Myles Garrett. But still, it's a great season. Michael Hall with 22 tackles for a loss and 7.5 sacks is nice. And then 2 interceptions for Greg Newsome. Safeties, 1 for Myles Garrett. Defensive touchdowns, none. Let's move into the offseason. And the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in a row and win their 2nd Super Bowl in this simulation. We're only 3 years in. Cameron Kinchins? That's not Kitchens. Kinchins. Okay. Wins the Super Bowl MVP for the Chiefs. Lamar wins another league MVP. Isaiah Pacheco, Offensive Player of the Year. And there are no awards here for the Browns. For the AFC North, Joel Bitonio goes to the Steelers and retires Ryan Kelly and Cooper Kupp. Interesting. For the team upgrades, Cohen has Superstar Dev. Andrews has Star Dev. That's nice to see. Any other upgrades? No. Defensively, what do we have? Hall gets Star Dev. I was hoping he would. He had a pretty good season. Bynes only has Star Dev. That's fine with me. Kyle goes up to X Factor. That's awesome. I have a really nice DB core. I need some outside linebackers. Dalvin Tomlinson's regressing pretty hard, so I'd like another defensive tackle. I need a trade for a QB and a running back if I can't find one in free agency. $147 million to spend. Myles Garrett, just take $45 million a year. Just take it from me. 4 years, yeah, we'll do it for you. Yeah, take $45 million a year. That's fine. And then Grant Delpit, I'll overpay for you. We're going to our 4th and final season. Yeah, we'll do that. He resigns. And $99 million. Watson, blow it up your ass. I'm gonna say that with pride too. Dawad Jones. I'd rather just draft the right tackle, who's going to be like a 75 overall, if I'm being honest, and then just blow money on a quarterback or something. Conklin, same deal. How much are you going to cost? $5 million for 77 overall? It's not horrible. We'll just do 6.6 here. He resigns. I need a left tackle, and past that, I should be good. Anything else here? Tomlinson's 33. No. $92 million. Finally, we can hit free agency and hopefully take a run in the 4th and final year. After free agency, I got everything but a QB because the most available QB is Will Levis here, and I'm not going to pay someone that much whenever I can potentially just trade for just better players in the draft. I have $28 million left, so it'll probably have to be someone who's not on contract yet, but I got Taylor Decker, Aleem McNeil, Zach Charbonnet, Javon Hargrave, who apparently has X Factor, Matt Milano, and Jack Sanborn, which overall would fill out the team. I just need to trade for a QB because it's the 4th and final season. I need to make a move now. Yeah, so a lot of teams are in negative cap room, so I can't even make trades for a QB. I'm just going to have to draft one and hope he's a god. But Derrick Henry, he's an 81 overall. He's an X factor. I'm trading a 3, a 4, and a 5 for him. It's just something that's better than nothing, I guess. I can't really trade with anyone. I try to get Nick Chubb back from the Panthers, which is what his team is on now, but they were in negative cap room. So Derrick Henry, who's an 81 overall, and we're just going to have to thug it out. In the first round, I'm taking QB Demarius Green out of Michigan. If we started with this guy, it would be crazy. 6'6", 231, 97 throw power, 76 speed, 84 acceleration, hidden dev. Skills look great. So many A's on his accuracy. If we started with this guy, I think the team would be so much better. But he's going to be the QB for this fourth and final year because nobody wanted to trade theirs. And this is the team moving to the next season. Green is already an 80 overall. He's already better than Deshaun Watson. I don't have to pay him $64 million a year. Derrick Henry is not going to be a backup. X Factor is just the dev trait in general is better for Madden simulation. I know it doesn't make much sense, but it is. I got this guy Hoffman in the second round. He's a 77 overall, which is a great overall for a rookie. Just no dev blows. Dominic Levitt really never developed. And defensively, what do we got here? We got Kyle, Javon Hargrave. Got all that. Looks pretty good, I would say, on defensive side of the ball, which is kind of crazy. 85 overall team. It's not horrible. We just have to pray that we make the playoffs, and not having a running back that's at least like a 90 overall with a rookie QB. It's kind of a stretch. So in theory, well, not in theory, basically in summary, what happened was Jerry Jeudy's career was completely held down by single-handedly held down by Deshaun Watson's contract. Same with everyone else on this team. But let's see if we can make the playoffs in the fourth and final year. 6-11. Number 1 passing offense in the entire league, but we're 17th in offense. My defense just sucks. 6-11, boys. Failed rebuild because Deshaun Watson, dude, Demarius Green, low-key a baller. First in passing yards, 4th best offense, 23rd best defense. That doesn't make sense. 4,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, 16 interceptions doesn't look good, but for a rookie, this is a pretty promising start. If we had this at the beginning of the series, I should have just drafted a QB, then benched Deshaun Watson and just dealt with his contract that way. Henry, just washed. Jerry Jeudy, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Raphael Robbins, 3 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. James Hoffman, the rookie, not bad. The tight end, 10 touchdowns. So Jerry Jeudy, statistically, he's been doing good in Cleveland. He just hasn't been able to go anywhere in his career. John Kyle, 131 tackles for a loss, 21 for Javon Hargrave, 18.5 sacks for Myles Garrett, interceptions 3 for Grant Delpit, safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Very unfortunate that my entire rebuild was held down because of one dude. I mean, that's probably how the masseuses felt whenever Deshaun Watson was in Miami. They probably felt held down too. But from what I can tell, Green only started, but not bad. Overall, I think he'd be very good if we had time to develop. Back to an 87 overall team like we had in the beginning, but somehow we're 6-11. Can't really do anything about that. It's a failed rebuild. It's my first failed rebuild in a long time. I can't remember the last time I genuinely didn't at least make the Super Bowl. It's taken me a long time, but the Browns are going to be the team to do it. So anyways, guys, apart from that, if you guys have any other suggestions, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.